What's up? This is Zachary Ezrin from Imperial Triumphant, and you're watching Loudwire. The first riff that I ever heard that kind of made me think, okay, I gotta pick up guitar was a cassette tape in the late 90s that had Jimi Hendrix's Foxy Lady on it. Just this, so heavy, so brutal, especially for like the 60s. So this was immediately like, I need to go out and I need to get a guitar, I need to learn everything about it. And that's what I did at 7 years old, and basically started just making noise and eventually, studying different styles and different genres. By my teenage years, I was really into black metal. Favorite band of all time was Immortal, and my favorite riff by them is love this riff, man, because it's just like so fast that you're really like, they're just hauling ass, it feels like. And it has that kind of classic blues 1-4-1 kind of vibe where he's building tension, and that kind of, even at that level of style of music, I think is very important and definitely plays a role in what we do. Also in my teenage years, I was really into learning classical songs and then reinterpreting them as like heavy metal pieces. So like, for example, I'd watch like Kubrick's Barry Lyndon and then learn Handel's tune from that, which is... In my 20s, I was doing a lot of gypsy jazz gigs and swing gigs, and the favorite of mine to play was this song called Podmoskovny Večera, which I'm sure I'm butchering it, but it means Moscow Nights. It's just an old Russian folk song that we would do, which was like... I just love that turnaround though. Very kind of compelling, bit melancholic vibe. And then one of my favorite rock bands of all time is Deep Purple. So I was definitely learning a lot of Richard Blackmore stuff, just... The first riff that I ever wrote for Imperial Triumphant was, again, back in my teenage years, where we were basically just a second wave black metal cover band at that point. So my first riff was just very Immortal inspired. It was a song called Summons to War, which sounds like... very focused on, E4/4, kind of not thinking too far out of the spectrum or the box. And then once I got my final lineup that I have now, we got that in 2015, that's, things start to get crazy and we start pushing the boundaries, and you end up with riffs like this riff from Breath of Innocence, which is just disgusting, just primitive, brutal, just... which is just, yeah, it's almost impossible to play without this Floyd Rose tremolo bar and these luxury 24 karat gold Optima strings, but more the former really, because it's just such a vile tone. And then we ended up even doing it, like exploring this kind of concept more on this tune called The Filth, where I have this like string skipping little bit, and then it just devolves into an absolute kind of bendy, disgusting nightmare where I'm going. I'm able to move each finger individually and then move the bass as like a drone, just detune that with the bends, which I love doing that. And then I'd say my favorite riff off the new album, Alphaville, out now from Century Media, is called Excelsior, which the break in that is very inspired by Charles Mingus, his style, but is also his riff that was in African Flower on Duke Ellington's Money Jungle. This, if you hear it, you'll just go, okay, of course, that's Excelsior. But check it out, it goes... So there I'm, bending the E string off of the fingerboard onto the back of the neck, and then sort of doing this tremolo pick with the ritardando, which is just... And I think you can't really get that effect if you're just sliding. It's got to be this way. So yeah, that's my favorite riff. Love going into it.